Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's look, I decided to do a little bit of a different take or like a spin on a very classic holiday look. We have some nice dewy skin going on. I have a little bit of reflectiveness happening on the eyelids, and instead of doing like a liner type thing, I decided to do these dots around my eyes. I've been seeing people do this on TikTok, and they talk about how there's a sort of attractiveness towards putting these dots around your eyes in a way that makes people really drawn to your eyes. So I wanted to try that out today. You could easily replace the dots with liner. I think that white winged liner would look really cute and classic, or even if you took like a pencil white liner and put it in the waterline, that would make your eyes look really bright. And then to tie it all together, we have a classic red lip on the lips. Today's video is sponsored by Revlon. Revlon reached out to me and asked if I wanted to help debut their new Revlon Color Stay Matte Light crayons. These crayons come in 12 really beautiful, powerful shades. They are a really lightweight matte formula. They use nano pigments in the formula, which makes it much lighter than your regular matte lipstick. I find that they are also very comfortable on the lips. It really doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on the lips, which is very nice, especially when you're wearing a big, bold color like this. I'm really excited to share more about these Revlon Color Stay Matte Light crayons with you later on in today's video, sharing with you guys swatches, and obviously sharing with you guys how I achieved this bright red lip. Let's go ahead and get started into today's video though, so I can show you guys how I achieved this look. To prep my skin, I just did my regular skincare and I went in with a little bit of primer. This one is from Vapour. This is their Essential Daily Primer. I like this one because this time of year my skin can feel a bit more dry. This one kind of feels a bit like a soothing moisturizer, but then also adds some of that smoothing effect that most primers have, so I like this one for this time of year and underneath of makeup. For my foundation, I'm going in with the Rare Beauty foundation. I wear mine in the shade 270N. I'm going to dot this one all over my skin, but I do notice less is more with this foundation, so just a few dots honestly will be enough. And I'm taking a brush to spread it out. To make this look even quicker, you can always go in with a more full coverage foundation and then be able to skip concealer altogether, but I am going to be using a concealer today. For my concealer, I'm going in with the Kaja Don't Settle concealer. I wear mine in the shade Sweet Toast. I'm a huge fan of this concealer. I think that it is just so beautiful and it's really nice and thin but has a great coverage to it. Those are two things that I am always looking for in a concealer. And to blend out my concealer, I'm using a sponge. I definitely prefer to use a sponge with my concealer unless I have a big pimple that I need to cover up, which I think I am going to go in with a brush for that pimple that I have on my forehead right there. I'm going to be cleaning off my brows for the next product that I'm using. I'm going to be using my Refy Brow Sculpt. I'm not a huge fan of this brow product, but it does really give my brows a very lifted and sculpted look, and really does last a long time. My issues with it is definitely just like the way that it sits in the brows, but sometimes if it gets mixed in with like foundation residue or powder or something, the brow product will just end up so flaky. So that's why I wiped off my brows before going in with this product. I really wanted some powerful brows for this look though. Now I'm going in with the little brush side of the brow sculpt to press the brows down. Yeah, I'm getting so much residue around my brows. This product is totally not my favorite. People are so ride or die for this brow sculpt, but I cannot get it to work for me all the time, which is kind of a downer. But I'm just gonna wipe away all of that yucky residue, and I am left with very nice, lifted, snatched brows, but the steps to get there, I don't know. For my eyes, I am going to go in with a little bit of primer. I'm taking a bronzer for my crease. This is just the easiest. I love putting bronzer throughout the crease, especially when I'm doing just like a very simple eye look. The bronzer I'm going in with today, by the way, is the Perez Rice Powder Blush and Bronzer in Roma. And super easy, just running it through the crease. I love a glitter topper moment. I still have the old packaging of the single shadows from Urban Decay, but this is their Moondust shadow in the shade Cosmic. I also really like the shade Midnight Cowboy, but I felt like Cosmic represented the winter season a little bit more. It's a little bit more icy. Just taking a bit of it on my finger and pressing it in the middle of each eye, and then I'm going to go back in and press the rest of it all over. This one is super cute. I'm wearing it on its own pretty much, aside from that crease shade we used. But if you did like a smoky eye or something, this would be beautiful over top of it. I'm taking that bronzer again, just swirling my brush in there. And now I'm lightly just going over the crease again, just in case any glitter got up there. But it's okay if some glitter got up there, you know. Glitter is gonna make its way around, so no big deal. I don't usually set my skin this early, but I am just going to lightly set my under eyes really quick because we are gonna do something to the under eyes in the next step, but I don't want to like have to go over my under eyes with powder again after we do that. So I'm just going to lightly set the rest of my face. You can totally put mascara on at this point, do the rest of your face, and then add your lip. I've been really wanting to try the look of the dots on the eyes, and I'm going to be using white liner for this. You can pretty much use any color of liner for this. You can even use black liner, but because of the season, I do want to use some white liner. I think that that will look really pretty. So I grabbed my dotting tool. I will say I tried to use my smallest eyeshadow brush to practice beforehand, and it was a little bit too large. So I do recommend trying to get your hands on an actual dotting tool. For the white liner, I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks Waterproof Cushion Color in the shade Cloud Control. So the dots are going underneath the lash line and then right above the crease. So I'm gonna take a deep breath. And we're gonna do it. And then above the crease. What do we think? I think this looks really cute. I think I'm gonna add a couple of more dots though, like one right here. Cute. Then I'm gonna add another one over here. Very cute. You can also add a dot in the inner corner. I don't think I'm gonna add a dot in the inner corner on my eyes, but I am going to go in with a small eyeshadow brush, dip back into Cosmic, and just add that color into the inner corner. For my mascara, I'm going in with the Kosas, the Big Clean Mascara, and I'm actually going to apply the mascara in a way that is kind of going to make my lashes look a little sideways, because I want a lot of emphasis on the outer corner of my lashes. So I kind of want to give that look of like a, kind of like a cat eye with the lashes, if that makes any sense. So yeah, just kind of pushing the mascara a little bit to the left of my left eye. And then we'll kind of do the same thing with the right eye, but like kind of moving the mascara to the right. And then making sure to get a good amount of mascara on those ends. I'm just going in and adding a little bit of color into my brows where I need it with my Refy brow pencil. I'm going back in with the bronzer that we used for the eyes earlier, and I'm going to start warming up my face a little bit. For my blush, I'm going with the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Cola Pop. These might be discontinued now, but the reason why I pulled this one out is just because it has a really nice like berry tone to it. So I think that if you have like a berry toned blush, you know, easy, you can recreate this look no problem. And I'm just applying it with my blush brush. Went a little heavy-handed with the blush, but what is new? Just fixing that by going over it with my foundation brush, and it will help tone it down. I am going to do a little bit of highlight. I'm going in with the Danessa Myricks Dew Wet in the shade Morning Dew. It has like a beautiful golden shimmer to it. And I'm just adding a little bit to the high points of my cheeks with my fingers. And I'm gonna add a little bit to like my nose area, but I'm not gonna add it to my chin or my cupid's bow because the product looks kind of funky in those areas. It is now time for lips and for me to introduce the Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Crayons. These crayons are really lightweight matte lipsticks. They're supposed to be much more lightweight than your regular lipsticks. These matte light crayons come in 12 very pigmented shades. I'm gonna quickly swatch and show you guys the two of my favorite shades, which, yes, these are looking like my favorites. And then I'm gonna pull a more season appropriate lip shade for today's video. The two shades from the Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Crayon collection that are my favorite is the shade Tread Lightly, and I'll swatch this one for you. It's a little bit lighter. It's kind of like a lighter pinky peachy toned nude. So I reach for this one a lot, especially paired with a lip liner. And then the other one that's my favorite is Clear the Air, and this one I wear a lot. Sometimes I will wear it paired with Tread Lightly, or I will just wear this one on its own. It's so pretty. These are so smooth on the lips and they last a really long time. They're really comfortable. And I also like the skinny sort of crayon tip that it has because you can kind of get a more defined lip with it easily. You don't really need a lip liner, which is really nice. But yeah, Tread Lightly and Clear the Air are my two favorite shades from the Revlon Color Stay Matte Light Crayons. But I am going to apply a really beautiful red shade from the line. There are three reds that I think would look really good with this look and for the season. The first one is quite a bit deeper. It's in the shade Lifted. It's more of like a berry, definitely more like a red tone berry. I think this one would look so pretty with the look. The next one is Ruffled Feathers. It is way more of your like fire engine red. That is so nice and bright. Do you see how pigmented these are? And they go on so smoothly. But the Revlon Matte Light Crayon that I'm going in with today is called Air Kiss. And that is Air Kiss. I think that looks like a true ruby red. I am freehanding this with no lip liner. The shape of these lip crayons make it really easy to apply on the lips and then fill it in. Like gliding. And then just press your lips together. This is a perfect red lip. It is so comfortable on the lips even though it is matte. If you do need to touch up throughout the night, this is a really hassle-free lip product that you can just like run to the bathroom really quick and then just glide the lip color on your lips and then rub together and then you're good to go. To make sure everything lasts, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. This is the completed look. I actually really enjoy the bold lip with the sort of editorial-like eyes. I don't think that it's too much considering the eyes are still really light and the dots are really kind of small and minimal. I think that going with one or the other would be really nice, but paired together I don't think it's too much. I'm actually really enjoying the look of it, and especially if you're gonna wear this to like a holiday party or something, I really don't think it's gonna be over the top at all. The crayon-like tip definitely makes touch-ups really easy, especially on the go, and especially with how pigmented and easy these glide on the lips. You can honestly grab your phone and touch up with the reflection in your phone because these are just so easy. Thank you again so much, Revlon, for sponsoring today's video. I really love these Color Stay Matte Light Crayons, especially my two favorite shades in Clear the Air and Tread Lightly. These are definitely my go-to for every day. They're much more natural than the red lip, but I love that these come in such a good color variety, so there is something for everyone. That is going to be it from me today though. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you end up recreating this look for any of the holiday events you have going on in your life, please let me know and send pics. If you aren't already subscribed, definitely go ahead and do so, and hopefully I will see you next time.